We are back, still figuring out the opener, so bear with us.
We're working on it.
We're working on it. We want to talk about something new.
The look.
The look. You got it again.
I didn't notice.
You never notice. I noticed enough for the both of us. And I had already written my entire response, rehearsed it, delivered it, and won before she even finished looking.
Who did you win against?
The woman in my head, Rick, keep up. This is episode 2 of
The age gap effect.
So we call it the look, and it's an expression when we experience one of these judgmental, funny reactions in public.
When they realize that you're not my daughter.
And I am not calling you daddy. Wow. I almost lost myself there.
Choked up there.
So there's a whole collection of looks. That's the best part. I think a lot of it is people do it when they're in utter fear. No, it's a reaction of confusion, maybe a little bit of judgment, frustration.
Disdain at times.
Yeah, you could say that. I don't know if it gets old or if it's something I'm immune to it at times. It depends on if I'm in a bitchy mood, I think.
Well, it's yeah, because I think that the look.
So you agree with me?
I always agree with you.
So you think that I have bitchy moods?
Absolutely.
That's for another episode.
Yeah, that's episode 7, isn't it?
It's the one about you lying to me.
Like that's ever happened. Only in your mind, right?
So does it get old to you?
No, well, what I was going to say is that, like, that depends on, you say, like, when you're cranky or something, you might take it differently. But it also depends on who it's given from and how it's given.
Yeah, good point.
I mean, because sometimes sometimes it just doesn't matter. Sometimes it's very hurtful. If you're given a look from a relative or something, it's a different level than just the person behind the counter or whoever we're dealing with or interfacing with.
I think it depends on how it's approached. There's that scan from head to toe you get when you walk into a building sometimes or someone walks by. There's the double take.
Right.
Oh my, wow.
Yeah.
So this is a thing.
You two are really, yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Sir, is she hurting you? I don't think that's a look. That's a thought. I'm just kidding. But some people go out of the way to hide their rude comments and gestures, and then there are others that have no self-awareness in public, and I think that is really what the look is.
Yeah, and some of them are comical even. I mean, they're just no consequence, but there's different degrees of how significant they are, don't you think?
Absolutely. And it's all situational for me. Sometimes if I'm in a funny mood or a jokey mood, I think I make light of the situation, and sometimes making someone else see that you recognize it can just make it a funny joke, or that you're just an asshole and now I'm an asshole and life goes on. But depends on where the look is being looked, I guess.
Yeah.
Where would you say the most common occurrences of those said looks would happen for you?
I think the places that we frequent the most, frankly, like, everyday occurrences, grocery store, out running errands, just us being out in the wild, because we're also very affectionate with each other. I mean, we're not doing PDA.
Whoa, settle down. Yeah. People are going to think this is leading into a different kind of podcast.
We're talking about the way we hold hands. And, yeah. So it's pretty apparent.
I mean, yeah, we're not making out in the middle of a grocery store. I mean, a girl can dream, but that's never going to happen in the meat section.
Definitely frozen food action. No, it's pretty apparent to people that we are a couple and that we're not related or God knows what.
The places we frequent the most, especially because I'm a creature of habit. I go to the same coffee shop every day. I go to the same gym and grocery store. I like that routine to some degree. So I think we're immune in those fields because those are comfortable places.
Yeah, I think that that is the other side of the look. Is we get these people that are really happy for us. Our baristas think that we're this really cute couple. Um, Places like that, we have a lot of support. Our favorite deli.
Can we just are we allowed to do that with less than 100 followers? Is that a thing? I mean, I don't want to get sued for any endorsement situations here, but can I just tell you guys that Uncle Bernie's, if you're ever in LA, that is the place to get a damn pickle.
I think we're safe. I think Uncle Bernie is good with us.
Uncle Bernie is a great man, my friends.
That is our place. But they look how they champion our relationship. They love 5-year-old, and
It's like Cheers there. I love that.
yeah, it's an amazing place. It's
We could do a whole episode on Uncle Bernie's, maybe one day.
No, we will. We'll do a live episode from Uncle Bernie. Norman would love it.
Oh, that's so funny.
But we digress. No, but we do. We get a lot of supportive looks as well. People are very happy for us.
When we were in a newer phase of our relationship, everything was new and not uncomfortable. I think maybe I was a little more self-conscious because everything was new and it was a completely different type of relationship. There's a lot more attention that comes with that than two crazy 70-year-olds in love. Now, there are certain cities and places we've traveled to where I felt more of those negative looks or judgments, and maybe they're unfamiliar, but like in Vegas, it was kind of neutral. I think LA.
Yeah, Vegas. I don't think we really got much in the way it looks.
When we went to Scottsdale, I don't think anybody cared.
Well, we were pretty sheltered, though. We went one place.
Went for a poker tournament.
Yeah.
And we were in a casino for most of it. So
we're pretty isolated. Which poker players don't really care about anyone's relationship.
We did Uber to a Target, so.
Oh, that's right. You know what? We got a look at the Target. You remember?
That was when our Uber driver was super grumpy. I think he gave kind of one of those scans when he picked us up from Target. And then made a snarky comment.
A snarky comment.
Yeah, kind of a weird, like, judgy. Like,
yeah. That could have had a lot to do with our age gap.
That one was an interesting visit. Carlsbad, I felt more judgment.
Totally.
You don't? I didn't see any.
The hotel. I mean, that was.
Oh, because we walked into the hotel and, yeah, I think as soon as we walked in, they thought, oh, wow, Anna Nicole's here. So it felt that way. And it's weird because you could just feel like this eerie, heavy energy, like someone's, like eyes are on you. And I mean, whatever, I'm used to it now.
They start getting very formal with this. It's very.
Sir?
Very guarded.
Ma'am?
Exactly. Sir and ma'am. Oh my God.
This Botox does not give you the right to call me ma'am, okay? I got rid of this shit for a reason. You see someone stare at you and then they kind of backpedal in their dialogue. They do get a little bit more conservative or formal in the way that they talk, and there's a lot less vocal.
Yes. Yeah. And certainly not joking around. But those are the people you like to mess with.
I was just going to say that.
So it kind of works out well for us either way, really, you know?
Oh,
because you have a really good way of, you make anyone laugh. I mean, by the time we walk away from somebody, if that's your mission, then they have laughed and loosened up.
Or they think, wow, that man has one hell of a nurse with him.
All right. Lucky me.
Oh, goodness. That or you're my manager.
Now, the hotel in Hawaii was, I think, far more comfortable and understanding and just like they've seen this before.
That was funny. We were going to dinner, and this lady walked up to us, and she looked kind of grumpy. And she got really close and started clapping and looked at me. Didn't she clap or something like that? And she said, "Fabulous!" And like, but I
Oh,
thought she was going to yell at me or something.
right.
Judgmental was going to come out, and she was
Yeah.
like praising me. And I don't know, it was weird, but thank you
Well,
so
we're all
much.
dressed up for that nice dinner. You looked amazing. You had that black dress on,
That was so
one
fun.
off the shoulder I like so much.
That was really funny because I packed for Vegas. I mean, not like a showgirl, but I mean, I had a short dress on and it was really tight, and everyone there was very casual, and it was very out, not up to the dress code.
But you looked beautiful.
It was like for dinner at Omnia.
No, it wasn't.
It was really fun. I had so much fun.
That was an amazing trip. But yeah, I think that we didn't really get to look at that hotel. I felt like we were totally accepted.
Maybe airports. That's probably. But since we
Mm.
do more JSX now, we don't see. That's never.
Yeah, that's not uncommon there.
Nobody cares. They're too busy on their iPads or.
Making their next deal. Nevada City. When we were there, how did you feel about the reactions from those town folk?
That was a very like a small town, bless your heart kind of vibe, where someone gives you those very blatant like bug eyes, or they are staring hard,
Yeah,
but they're not going to say anything. And I think
they were very nice.
very
Love
sweet.
that town.
But you know I think sometimes there's that now, but yeah, it's not as uncommon. I'm immune to a lot more of it. It's cute now. It's funny sometimes when it's like I notice certain things. Otherwise, like I said, unless I'm in a bad mood and it's just a shitty day. Nobody wants to deal with bullshit when they're in a bad mood, anyways.
Right. Yeah. But that was cute. It was those people were really nice about the look. That was yet again a different look.
Yeah, I think it depends. Sometimes it's sweet, or it's sometimes it's blatant, but it's confused.
Right.
Other times it's yeah, that almost like I have a lot of questions look. Probably the same way the Amish felt when I met them.
There you go.
Wow, boom, kaboom, mind blown. That's so funny. I went to go watch the eclipse when it happened a few years ago, and on the way back from this winery, we drove by an Amish stand, and I'd never seen an Amish person, which they don't freely roam San Diego, or at least
Right.
not where I've seen them in Carlsbad or anything. So I was so excited, and I jumped out of the car. I wanted to run in and buy something, and I have tattoos on my legs, and I had shorts on, and I have short hair. So didn't think about the scene that I was probably causing walking into this little stand. And I was so excited, and I looked around at all the goods that they had, and they were just staring at me like, what in the actual, don't say that. Just walked in from out of town. And they're probably used to a lot of Western things, but what a scene. And I was so excited I didn't even think about it, and then ran out with a jar of pickles and was on my way. So yeah, I'm not a stranger to the look, and I'm a 5'10" woman, so it's hard to miss me, anyways.
I would have paid to see that look.
Here's a good one. Have you ever noticed a look or a weird passive judgment, and have you ever responded or replied?
That is a good one, and I don't think you've replied. I think your comment of saying that it was our 20th anniversary, is the way to reply. I mean, we do reply, but in that sense. More of a humorous, take them off guard kind of response.
I guess I don't keep track of it because I probably do I don't know how often, but yeah, in a weird situation where it's uncomfortable or someone's made a judgment pass, sometimes I will joke back about us staying together only until you die,
or you're funding my poker playing.
Yeah, or I have told people that we're only together because you um, needed a trust fund. So I think sometimes just saying something out of the box can lighten the mood.
And that time you told someone I was with you so that I could obtain citizenship was gave them a very puzzled look.
All odds are out when I'm feeling creative. I did like the poker one. That one was my favorite because there was so many judgments, and then a lot of it was because you were a quote unquote gambler, right?
Oh man, I hate that analogy for poker players. If you ask poker players, most of us will say we're not gamblers. We're poker players. There's no house edge in poker.
I think most people judge. So poker's a great comparison because it's a world that not everyone understands, and there can be a dark side to poker, just like there could be a dark side to anything. But there's a good balance to everything, and not every person that sits down at a poker table is a degenerate.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. There is such a stigma on that most or all of poker players are degenerate gamblers, but a lot are not. Like for myself, it's an odds and probability exercise that you get your brain put through all the time, combined with your reading skills of people and your intuition and deductive reasoning. And you get to exercise all these capabilities against some of the best players in the world. It's very healthy if you approach it that way. I mean, I'm just talking about the stigma of that particular discipline. And it is kind of equated to an age gap relationship, that people have all these preset ideas about what it is without knowing the person or their traits or their habits or being inside of their relationship.
We've addressed the look, which really is the tip of the iceberg to just judgments, glares, all of the criticism. But we haven't addressed our 5-year-old
Oh.
and his version of the look. So he's on the spectrum, and he's really big on boundaries and labels right now. With that, every man that we've seen in public has been grandpa, and it's really funny when it's the three of us and he is calling other men grandpa and they're younger than Rick.
But you might want to back up and say where he got that from.
But it wasn't grandpa. So grandpa came about, I think, because at school they're talking about gender in school and class, and maybe not gender, they're talking about family members and different things like that, organization. But we were in the grocery store a few weeks ago looking at flowers. I take him and we make bouquets every week. And he was yelling, because he's very loud, "Hi, Grandpa," to all of the men that were walking in because the flower section is by the front door. I had to stop him and explain to him, "Hey, buddy, we don't call everyone grandpa. We don't know if everyone is a grandpa. They could be a dad, they could be a brother." And I thought that was good. So I put my head down and I start looking at some flowers. And the next man that walks in, I don't see, but my son looks up and yells, "Are you dad?" across the grocery store. So I guess everyone struggles sometimes.
He can be a little literal sometimes. When
Yeah.
you give him instruction, he carries it out.
We're all a little judgmental, I guess. It's time to own up to it. I do love the zero filter, though. At least he lets you know how he feels. One of my favorite things is how great he is at advocating for others.
Hey, and how he advocates for us. Did you see what he did tonight when he grabbed my hand and pulled me 5 feet closer to you because I was 6 feet away, and carried me over by my hand and put my hand in your hand.
He is so affectionate. He doesn't recognize that there's an age difference. He's just happy.
Yes.
And that's going to be funny when he has that realization one day that he's been calling other men grandpa and they're younger than you are and doesn't see that there's an age difference here. It's really sweet and it's really funny.
It's nice to see the innocence.
He he only makes fun of me. He calls me old. That's the funny part. You guys are conspiring against me.
Yeah, one of the cartoon characters he called you weren't too happy about. Which one was that?
Oh my god. I can't. I got home from Pilates and jumped in the shower and he ran in the room and I naked and he ran in the bathroom so I grabbed my towel and said, "Get out." And he goes, "Mom, you look like Moto Moto, the hippo from Madagascar. Shots fired, bro." Kids are jerks.
And you don't know if that was autism or if he was just telling you from the heart.
That was autism or actuality. Thanks a lot. So I'm trying to work out some funny, cheesy, ask the audience. Bear with me, all right? Because we're going to work through this. And if you hate me for it, you'll forget about it one day because I'll do something else and you'll just be focused on that. But I thought maybe like Caught in the Gap or something cute where other people like us, that sounds weird. We all have those funny moments where the lady questioned us in a restaurant and told them we were together for 20 years. Funny things like that. Right. Unhinged moments or just funny little moments to share. So I have a good one I wanted to share. I go to Pilates. I was talking to a few of the ladies about us, and I had said that I'm in a 30 plus year age gap and kind of left it at that. By the way, most of these ladies have children my age, so I'm easing them in slowly. And one of the ladies barks off from one of the reformers, 30 years older or younger? Ugh. And I kind of froze because, wait, what? Because now I'm doing math in my head. Like, how in the hell would that even work?
Your 5-year-old is 30 years younger.
So my bounce back was 30 years now. When this one's finished, I'll go 30 years younger. And she didn't know how to respond, but neither did I in the beginning. So that's my caught in the gap moment.
That's a good one.
I'm going to let you think about that because I know you are already thinking, what in the hell did you just throw at me, Haley? So next week, Rick, you can do your caught in the gap moment. And hopefully one day, one of our 99 followers will want to call in with their caught in the gap moment.
I would love to hear other people's.
We made it. We actually made it. That's episode 2, everybody. And if you're thinking what I'm thinking, yes, how in the hell did we pull this one off? Also, if you've ever experienced or been a victim of the look, I just want to let you know, you are not alone. You are seen and you are heard, maybe by us or maybe by others.
Well, send us your looks, please.
Send us your caught in the gap moments. We're on Instagram, TikTok, TikTok at the Age Gap Effect. And next week, we're going somewhere a little bit deeper.
The math.
Dun, dun, dun. The math, which sounds a little boring, but I promise you, it's way opposite. We're talking about age gap math. Every single one of us has done it in our heads, and we've pretended that we haven't.
She's done it.
We've all done it. Still working on this closer, by the way. Also been working on some different accents. Not really, I suck at that, but bear with me because it will get better.
You do suck at that, but that's one of the only things.
I'm so glad that at least one of us has all the faith in me, and I'm not going to say who that is right now. Because it's probably not either. I'm just kidding. Thank you guys, and we hope you have a great night, day, or whatever time zone you're in right now. This is the Age Gap Effect. Good night.